is what it is. Hey, man, I was up here doing work tonight for the store, doing inventory and trying to get everything straightened up, get ready for drag 'em and all that. And I was like, hey, man, there's so many people who want to open up a card shop and think it's easy or think it's awesome. And part of it is awesome. But I thought if there's anybody out there wanting to know what it was like for me anyway the last few years or when I first started, I figured I'd answer any questions that I could. If nobody, I wanted to just hop on. There may be somebody out there that's having a bad week or lonely, having suicidal thoughts, anything. Hey, man, we right here, baby. We right here. We'll entertain, man. If somebody needs me to fucking juggle, I'll juggle. But I thought if there was any questions about that, I'll be glad to at least share what I know. I always think it's important, man, not to... there's so many people that are afraid of their, having competition. They want to hide everything from everybody else, and I think that's some hacky-ass shit. So, hey, man, you want to get in the ring with me? Let's go. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's see if there's any questions. If there's not, man, I always say I'm going to go on. No, I would never franchise, I don't think. Never say never, but I just don't see, I don't want to put my name. Honestly, man, there are so many dirtbags in this world. And dirtbags are they're like chameleons. You don't figure it out until it's too late a lot of times. So I just wouldn't want what we've built to be in someone else's hands. Let's see what it says. Just here for the flawless breaks. We'll buy a flawless. Let's see. How much does social media change your business compared to the fucking thank God for Steve Jobs, rest in peace, and Zucks, man. I would say we do 10 times, 15 times what we would have done. I did it without it for a while. We would have made it, but it would have been a whole lot harder. I appreciate it. Heading out that way tomorrow. What's the best time to stop by? Or Saturday? Shit. Me and Joe are normally here from like 10 to 1 or 2, and then we take a break and then we come back. What's the amount of stock? Hold on. I drove from Philly. Okay, yeah. Tomorrow 10 to 1 or around 5 or 6. Saturday I'll be around, probably should be around 10 to 2 or 10 to 4. Just call before and tell them to message me, man. When you're coming from Philly, I'll come down from the house or where I'm at. What is the amount of stock you should have when you start? That's a good fucking question, TJ. Where are you at? Hold on. It depends, man. Everybody, all these card shop owners, man, you should go and check out the PSA message boards from back in the day. People were telling me I couldn't do it, how you needed $100,000 worth of inventory. Man, I think I had about maybe 20,000 in inventory. Another 5,000, probably 25,000 in inventory, about 5,000 in the bank. That was 30, and then probably another 5 or 10 to get the place up and going. I'd say another 10, so 40 grand is what I would think. How does this affect my family life, man? My family loves me for who I am, man. If they didn't, they could, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know I'm doing what I love, man. I don't really. Let's see. Yeah, that would be badass. All right, let's see. Is that passion gone for you? That's a good question. No, I like the good stuff. I don't necessarily like opening $3 packs or anything anymore. I'm kind of numb to that. I love opening treasures. I love opening flawless. I love opening immaculate. I love opening any product that keeps me entertained, man. I love the repacks. There's not really I don't like the same old packs over and over and over with, 100 different cards. Things like that, like Contenders football. I like it okay. But no, it's not gone. Let's see. How do you choose what stock to start with? Shit, man. I mean, if you really don't know, I guess the first thing I should tell you is you need to go work card shows. You need to go work flea markets. if you don't do that, you don't even know if you really like this or not. Because man, I really, really, really like this, and man, there's times where I just about didn't do it. So, like if you're asking like what type of stock should you have, like man, it sounds like to me, man, you're way, way like you need to do some serious studying up, man, because I can't go through and say, oh, this, and this. I mean, if you order wrong, man, you're done. So you need to kind of have a feel for some of that stuff unless you have a lot of money. What, if anything, would you do differently? That's a good question too. I would trust less people from the get-go. I put my trust in some people's hands. I was naive about what people say about you behind your back. I thought my friends would support me as far as like, how do I put it? Like the card community, the guys that I have spent years with at these local shows. I thought they would, and I don't mean support me dollar wise. I mean not talk shit. Just a lot of hate, man, there for a while. So I would do that differently. I let a few snakes into the fucking hen house. So I would be, those people gave me warning signs way before we cut them loose, and I should have listened to my gut. All right. Greatest challenge. Managing people. Like, you got to understand, guys, man, I kind of got thrust into this is the way I look at it, man. I was just, man, my dream was to own a baseball card shop in the corner of a, big lot shopping center and like carve out a decent living. I never knew that we would do this, like the nation would be born. So I haven't been groomed to train people, to manage people's personalities, to try to figure out when someone says something, what do they really mean, all the way to scheduling people. And I mean, it's just a whole different ball game for me, man. I thought it was going to be me and one other person that worked part-time. And so definitely trying to manage personalities, manage the ordering, all these things that I just never had any idea I'd be dealing with. Typical work schedule. Well, lately it hasn't been as bad. I mean, I'm up here now. I'm up here a lot because I love it. My family wants me to do what I love. I'm up here now. I'm like trying to get ready for tomorrow, and I've been up here. So a typical work week, I mean, a year ago was like 16 or 18 hours a day, but now it's not as bad. I'm able to take lunches and take my breaks and go exercise and all that. So my workload is not bad, or to me it's not. Do I give up? Fuck yeah, I give up a lot of family time or extended family time. Yes, a lot of it. But that's, my family understands, and they know I've got my family from the jump. They know what I'm about. They know what my goals are. I didn't just go throw this out here and not talk to my family. They know I told them what it would take. I told them what it would take to do the 10 million. I told them. Looks like it's dying again. And they're in it, man. They take care of, they handle their business. If they need me, they know that they can count on me. Do I bust cards for myself? No, not anymore. I haven't in a while. Okay, let's see. Give me just a second. Typical work weeks, fucking savage. Does a vendor like Southern Hobby make you pay up front? That's one thing I'm proud of, is I've never taken a dime from a distributor from the very beginning. I think this is very important if you're starting a store, because you'll get buried into these terms. And what I mean by that is, when I started, I did not open the doors owing anybody anything. I always cut a check for everything we buy every week. They come to me, they bring me the products, I mail them a check. They mail me stuff, I wire them money before the product ever gets here. And I think the reason I did that to begin with, one was, hell, I didn't have much credit anyway. But I just felt like this was my one chance, and I didn't want to go into debt and really jam up my family by being a dumbass and not knowing what I was doing and knowing you don't know exactly where you're at with all that credit shit. They give you 10 cases of NT or whatever, and you pay them zero. Well, then you go collect the money from your customers, and then you go out and a lot of people will go out and blow it. They're just terrible with money. I was terrible with money before this situation, so I guess I really didn't even trust myself. So that's why. Hell yeah, beer, man, because it's been a wild day trying to get this thing working. Oh man, a ton of them. Let's see. Hell yeah, AJ. Let me just tell you something, buddy. I was thinking about that today. I saw my niece. She's in college. She graduated and she's a teacher now, but she had this little goofball boyfriend 4 or 5 years ago. And I mean, I thought he was a little tool bag, but he broke up with her. And I remember her thinking like it was the end of the world. And, you know, today I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw her with her new boyfriend who, you know, makes her very happy. And I thought, man, damn, man, everybody's got to understand that people like your significant other can't make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. And if somebody doesn't want to be with you, man, for whatever reason, man, fuck them. You got to be, you know what? They normally come back about the time you get over them. And that's what happened with him. And I mean, I'm glad there's no animosity or whatever, man. Good for you guys. Man, you got about a day or two. Drown yourself in some beer, go out with some friends or whatever, but man, it's gonna be all right. I promise you, AJ. It'll be a blessing in disguise. It's just like everything else, business and all this bullshit that you go through. That's life. We go through all these stupid ass terrible things and we think they're oh so terrible, but all they're doing is they're preparing us for something down the road, man. Man, all the fucking failures I did, I can't tell you how many it was, but every one of them taught me something. And here I am. And man, I mean, I may fall flat on my face in this business. And guess what? It'll teach me for something down the road, man. It's always something useful, man. I hate it for you. I have empathy for you. There's nothing I can really say or do, man. It sucks when you've dated somebody for 4 years and they're ready to get to stepping or whatever. And hey, man, everybody handles it differently, but my belief is everything's going to be all right, man. Just keep plugging along. Don't give up. You know, you'll find her. You'll find somebody. Hop on Tinder, son. Swipe right. I was terrified. I was terrified when I opened. What have you lost money on? That's a good fucking question, Danny. There's plenty of things I've lost money on. I bought a fake Kobe autograph from a dude here locally at a show, but I've talked to him. But yeah, it was a counterfeit Kobe Bryant. I realized after I bought it, lost $60 there. I've lost money on wax. You know, there's been boxes of cards where it goes below cost. I haven't lost too much money on singles, man. I've been preparing for that for many years, so I'm okay with it. I mean, I have. I've lost money through shrinkage, people, you know, stealing from you. I've lost money. I made a dumbass mistake and let an employee talk me into a credit card insurance thing that cost me like $5,000. I mean, literally, I could just take $5,000 and flush it down a fucking commode. Let's see. I hope that. Yep. Trust your gut. That's fucking true. Do I have one favorite card? Yes, the MJ PSA 4 that my dad bought me for Christmas. The one that I'm looking for but haven't found yet. Yeah, I'm building prodigious patch sets and I can't find the 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 ones. They're just hard to find. Hey, Tom, whenever it comes to the Collector Club information, it's always on the actual listing. If you'll click on it, it'll tell you what days they're going out, et cetera, et cetera. No, don't advertise in newspapers. Oh my goodness, yeah, don't do anything like that. No advertising in papers as far as I'm concerned. Oh, that's a good question. Are there more dirt bags in cards than in real estate? Like I was in real estate, car sales, and sports cards. And it's honestly, man, there's a lot of people that suck out there. I know realtors that act like your best friend, and then when it comes to the almighty buck, boy. Yeah, yeah, I am actually, Chad. And I drink. It always cracks me up, man. I like Michelob Ultra for some reason, but yeah, actually, I'm trying to lose weight. Startups, I'd say 50 grand. Plan on expanding, opening another shop. We talked about opening one in Nashville, man, but our move is, you know, if we do, it would be Nashville, and that would be to help guys that work here to move into management spots and things like that. And I feel like Nashville needs one. Our move is we're going to try to blow up on the internet, man. That's our bread and butter, and that's what we're going to do. The show may not go on forever, guys. I mean, I'm just telling you. I would think the show. I mean, human beings, I mean, they're going to get tired of listening to my carrying on and all that. So we have to be able to figure out a way to survive after the show. So I'm trying to get us set up. Yeah, we have an app, Sean. Yeah, that's right. Do you have more lawyer time since you are great? Hell yeah, I've got more lawyer time. Is that what you mean? Yeah, I have an attorney. Let's see. Nate, how would you feel if you ever had to let someone go now that you're all buds at the nation? It's a good fucking question, too. I'm not very good at that stuff. I'm not good at really having tough conversations with them. I'm learning, man. I've got so much to learn. I mean, there's certain things that I should have conversations about, and I'm too big of a pussy to do it, and I need to just sit down and say, hey, man, this is the deal, man. So to answer your question, I've had to do that once, and it sucks, man. You don't want people's families to be affected or anything. It's not any fun. Thank you, Big Todd. Stay dragging like a motherfucker. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Appreciate it, TJ. Stay dragging. Grand Slam Collectibles, baby. I appreciate the kind words, Nick. Appreciate it, man. God bless me with finally, man, I just don't give a fuck about what those bottom 20, 30, 40% say, man. I just don't give a fuck. If it's freeing, I can tell you that. Hell yeah, good for them. Let me see. What up? Besides, if I missed one of your questions, I'm sorry. Appreciate the kind words. Joe, 1998, man. God bless you, bro. Yeah, man, I understand what you're saying, Justin. Most would, but like that gives me chills because, man, we all have choices. Like I've been with companies or people like they choose to take advantage, and man, we're human. We do the best we can. There's sometimes somebody comes through that door and we're not in the fucking mood to be carrying on, and I'm sure so we're not perfect. We're just human beings, but man, the one thing we're not going to do is like put damaged shit in our products on purpose or try to pass it off on someone. Just not going to do it, man. It's only a few bucks, come on. So, I mean, I appreciate the kind words, but that's just how we are. I think every card shop should be that way, and I think a lot of them are, man. Sports Illustrated to be graded? No idea, bro. I would check CGC, the comic book place. You ever ask for a price check, get a price check, and get pissed when it's below you thought it might be? Sometimes, but I normally get pissed, Zachary, when they're hacks and we ask for a price check and they give us the lowest price, just to be a bottom 10. They never buy anything. You look on their account and they've never bought anything, and they're just like, we're not stupid. Most people aren't stupid. And, like people trying to be cool and say shit and think that they're asking a question or, you know what I mean? Like, we're not stupid, bro. We don't like it when a dude keeps coming in, like we ask a question to someone and then the answer's 400 from them and then it's actually 400 to 1,000. Like, That's the bottom 10% motherfucker that's watching and hating on somebody who's got the money to buy it. So it's kind of how I feel about that. Hell yeah, Thomas. Good for fucking you, bro. I like that. It should be on iPhone app, Sean. Everybody else has been able to download it. Hell yeah, Dave. You could do it. What is the highest card? How hard was it to start your shop? Fucking hard. I had to have 2 people drag me to do it after I almost chickened out. I had to risk pretty much everything I had sports card wise. I had to risk failing one more time. I'd pretty much failed enough that I can remember telling myself that this was it. I mean, looking back, I was 38. That wasn't it. But it was good that I thought that. I didn't have much more left in me of failing. I didn't want my father or my kids. I've done a lot of failing, man. I hope people remember that. And I mean, dude, I'm not some huge success where the story's just being written. But at least I feel good about myself, and I think that's really all that matters. Appreciate the kind words. I appreciate that, Big Jeff. Appreciate it, Big Jeff. What's the best way to gain online followers? That's a good fucking question, too. She needs to have like an entertaining show. She needs to have a show where she's given, I don't mean like stuff away, but valuable information like how to save your furniture's value, or she needs to hop on and just be a personality and tell jokes or juggle or whatever. I mean, there's people out there that sell dried up shit because they have a good personality. Seriously, like dried up shit necklaces and stuff. Fucking pearls. I mean, that's what she needs to do. No, not looking to increase hockey inventory. We're going to find out, Jacob, because we just getting started. We're about to have a fucking horse here in a few years. Buckle up. Appreciate the motivation. Big Nate. Let's see, how come card shops don't have more athlete signings? That's a good fucking question, Joey. And the answer is they're fucking agents or the players, one of the two. They're greedy. They take advantage, man. Don't ever think for, like, they essentially, Titans players essentially want to come here for free, like have me pay them more money on top of every dime from the signing. Any marginal player, I promise you, you have to pay them every autograph plus money. And I mean, who wants a marginal player? I can't speak on like Mariota. I didn't have Mariota. Bayard, we made a little bit of money, about $200 or $300. I did it for the exposure. But the other ones, you don't make money. But I mean, you're trying to do it for your customers. Let's see. Is it harder to start it or maintain it? Start it. Starting it, man. Everything in fucking life. Everything good, the toughest decision is the first one to do it. Everybody talks that shit, man. I'm not talking about saying you're going to do it. I'm saying, man, the first fucking step, going and getting the business license, like all that shit, man. So many people talk about it. You got to like really decide. That's it. Once you just, that's the toughest one. Everything else, it just kind of, this whole roller coaster I've been on the last about 2 years now, it just takes you where it takes you. Like, my day's not really planned. It's just whatever fire that pops up, whatever distributor that calls, whatever, like, you just kind of flow, you kind of hang on. So maintaining it, I love what I do, so I don't mind maintaining it, but starting it, I was scared shitless, had no money, couldn't have a sign outside. I mean, I could tell y'all some stuff you wouldn't believe. Hey, it is what it is. Give me 1 second. I don't know how far I'm behind. I appreciate it, man. The Burrow, baby. Hell yeah, Eric. Blazers or Warriors, Blazers were up by 10 or 12 when I came in here. Appreciate the kind words. An online card breaker page. I mean, it just depends, man. Like, I hate to say this because I believe this to be true, but I think the boat the ship has sailed on that, because you're going to have to buy that product from Blowout, me, Steel City. That's it. Like, you're not getting any from the distributor. They're just not. They have so many breakers already. They have so many card shops. Like, I have friends that are card shop owners that are getting like 2 boxes of Luminance football. 2. Like, 2. They've been in business for like 10 years. They got a case last year and they're getting 2 boxes. So, like, for you, I guess let me answer your question first. I don't want to discourage you. That's bottom 10%. You can do whatever you put your mind to, Lance. What I'm trying to say is it's not going to be easy. You're going to have a much tougher road than I had. How about that? To answer your question, it doesn't take much money at all, bro. Buy 1 case of cards, fucking ride or die, get on Facebook, rally the troops, go to the right pages where you can advertise it, and then see what happens, man. And if it doesn't work, that's okay, man. All you want to do is you want to take the knowledge from that one, go back to the drawing board. Maybe you sell that. Do not open the case, obviously. You know that. You're not fucking dumb. Sell it and go pick another one out. Maybe trade it back for a different one. Try that one. You gotta catch a break. But, man, breaks typically happen with people who have some fucking balls. Give me just a second. I don't know how far. I lost where I was at. Yeah. So to answer your question, a good amount of investment money. I think online breaking, you have no overhead. I mean, you already have the internet at your house. It's a great weekend thing, but to build it into like one of these guys like Leighton or Firehand, fucking good luck, dude. I can't even come close to those guys when it comes to group breaks, but it can be done, man. It's just hard right now, man. It's hard for me to explain the allocation thing, but it's hard, man, because you're buying it at this price and I'm buying it at this price, and then you're trying to, it's tough, man. You got to have a loyal following. That's how we did this, was a loyal following. Get your loyal following. Just, let's see. Appreciate it. I'll try to keep doing what I do. I love doing what I do. Would I ever consider mentoring someone that wanted to start a business? No. One day, but right now, I'm like a little baby when it comes to owning a business. I really and truly don't know shit. I'm hanging on one day at a time. I'm hoping 8, 9, 10 years from now we'll have a great story. But right now, I want to help people. I want people. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Because I want people that felt the way I felt to feel the way I feel now. So I'm always trying to write this story too fast, really. I really need to let this play out and see how far we can go. And then at the end, when it's a great story, then you can share it with people and maybe help someone who needs mentoring. But right now, hell, I need a mentor. So, sometimes I get a little bit ahead of myself because I just get excited. I want other people. I want to reach back and pull someone up that felt the way I did. I cannot tell you guys, the ones that are struggling out there, that's, I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. If you think, oh, no, he doesn't, I probably do. And if I don't, I can at least empathize with you. And it's not about money. I don't say this because of money. I say this because how I feel about myself now. And I want, if there's anybody out there struggling or feeling like they failed or feeling like they're never, I was thinking about this day when I was walking in my neighborhood. I can remember walking in my neighborhood and thinking to myself, your net worth will never be more than 0, dude. You're always going to owe the credit card companies. You're always going to owe student loans. You're never going to get ahead, man. They've got you. The banks have you. And if there's anybody that had that feeling today, man, that's not fucking true, man. Maybe not today, but down the road it can change. So, hang in there, man. Hang in there. Hell yeah, Randy, I am. I'm living your dream and my dream. Do I have any regrets on anything? With the store, not many. I should have taken PayPal sooner. My biggest mistake in business has been when someone wrongs me, I hold a grudge and I won't let go of it. And in business, you have to be able to put some of that aside. Like being angry at people that were fucking hacks has cost me dearly. Letting a distributor have it because they were stealing from me cost me and my customers a lot. I regret that. Not to have those feelings, but you should go home and or talk to a brother or a mother about it and vent, but just go on. So those are some regrets. Not being able to, it's not necessarily controlling my emotions. It's not being able to let someone do me that way and kind of, I wouldn't say let it go, but for business sake, just bite your tongue. And then when the time comes, then you strike like a motherfucking cobra. But I can't, I literally feel like I'm going to jump out of my skin if somebody does me that way and thinks they're just going to get away with it. So, okay, give me just a second. If one of your kids wanted to open a shop, what is one thing you would tell him to do? A card shop? Get his ass to work at this one so he can learn a thing or two. Also, one thing not to do. I would go and work at one and make sure that's my passion. I think a lot of people they want to do what their dad did, or they want to do what their dad or mother says they should do. And what you should do is what's right here. Nobody can tell you what you need to do with your life except you. It's in here. A lot of people are just too scared, or we've all backed up. We've all got fucked over because when we were young, nobody told us about interest rates and all this shit, man. It's a fucking shackles. My advice to you, if you're in that fucking boat, is file bankruptcy, start over, and then go chase your dream. Don't be a slave forever, man. You got to find a way out if that's what's holding you back. Do you remember the night or couple of nights where you just blew up on Facebook? Yeah, the night of the couch. The night of the couch was awesome. I learned something today. If dealing with older cards, please use a flashlight if it shines. I don't know about that, Eric. I just have to see the card, feel the texture. Really, what graded card, if you don't know sports cards, and you don't really need to be buying vintage, raw, high-end Manals and things like that. Golden State's only down 3. 0, Danny. If you called up Southern Hobby tomorrow and said, I have $10 million, I want a single case of National Treasures football, they would tell you to go get fucked. They might do it in a nice Southern gentleman way, but at the end of the day, it would be go get fucked. It's allocations, man. You're not getting any. No, man, I need to check into that, Noah. Was being on live every night at the start stressful or nerve-wracking? Was being on live every night at the start? There's been plenty of nights that I don't want to go live. I use it as you guys have helped me more than I help you, because if it hadn't been for you, I would have gotten lazy and I would have taken a break. And then once you take a break, then you really get more lazy because all of a sudden the bill collectors aren't nipping at your heels. And so I use this. I try to feel like, hey, I'm coming up there to help someone that's having a struggle, so I'm going to come do it because that's what I want to do. There's nights stressful, yes, nerve-wracking. No, I'm not. I'm terrified of public speaking, man. I'm terrible at it right now. But that just because I'm terrible today doesn't mean I'll be terrible 10 years from now. I can improve, but right now I'm a terrible public speaker. It's good to be self-fucking aware. All right, group breaks turning into a flooded market, which makes what you guys so great. Nothing else. I appreciate it, man. We try, Sean. We fall short every once in a while, man. Would you be down for selling, distributing prices to someone that would buy it? No, I wouldn't. These allocation, I can sell my products, the products we get I have friends that will buy it, that have been doing it a long time, and I just don't have enough. Like, there might be other breakers out there that have enough that can do that, but nah, man, not for me, bro. I mean, I bet, Lance, there's probably been 50 people ask me that, man, and it's just one of those things. Yep, I hope so. Got the app. Hell yeah, my dude Sean. Trials and tribulations, man. I listen to some of my motivational speakers and stuff that I used to listen to when I was fucking really fucked up. And they were right, man. All the trials, all the tribulation, man. It'll fucking temper you into fucking steel. Splash, bro. I knew they were going to do that shit. I don't know how to do that. I'll have to get Gilmore to do that. Yep. Okay, I think this one is it. Yep. You damn right, son. Once a rat's in the corn, you can't let the rat keep eating till it's full, son. I like that. Take your rat ass out of here. I appreciate it, man. Stay dragging, Big Jimmy. I appreciate it, man. There's people who will come in here and say things like that, and I get embarrassed, I'm socially fucking awkward. I mean, I just am who I am. Here I'm not. This is what I was probably born to do. Down 6 now. I have to buy on the secondary market from other dealers. I get quite a bit, guys. We were lucky. Scott, I was wanting you to make a new intro anyway. No, I mean, Breakers Road, we'll carry that again sometime, man. Is doing giveaways hurt your bottom line ever? Fuck yeah, they hurt my bottom line. But, I mean, I was thinking about that on the way in here, too. I was like, man, because we're doing 10 golden tickets. And, man, I just don't really care. I want people to, we're all in this together, man. I just think I do just fine. I don't need to be an asshole. I need to give back to the people who got me here. I'll never forget y'all. You can't. My in-laws, my children. Forget the in-laws. My children. My mother, my father, my brother, my aunts and uncles, my cousins. Anybody who knows me now, nobody doubts what I do for a living. Nobody doubts if I'm successful in my own eyes. Nobody. That's what you guys gave me. So, man, if I'll sit on here and I'll be glad to give advice. I like doing it anyway. But there is no money. There is no bottom line. There's nothing that has to do with the money that y'all did for me as far as that. And you guys can do it too, man. Whatever you want to do. We may not get rich or whatever, but fuck, man, you can live your life the way you want to live it. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yes. Bottom line. Yes, it did, Chris. Dan Big Nate, yeah. Michelob. Did you ever think you would have an Allen and Ginter card? Nope. That was for a breaker that had passed away, man. He had died in a mass shooting. I just got lucky that was an opportunity, a good cause, so worked out. I appreciate it, Armando. I like you watching. What should if your family isn't interested in your cards and you pass, what should you set up before it happens? I mean, really and truly, man, unless you're talking about some crazy amount of money, I would just put a note in there, contact this dealer and give them a ballpark, give them a realistic number. Don't go saying it's worth $50,000 when it's worth $5,000. But you need to give them a realistic value on it as a whole. Or don't worry about it, man. Our heirlooms and shit, they'll get sold, man. There'll be somebody with issues or a husband, of your daughter that sells it. I wouldn't sweat it, man. If it's high dollar stuff, that's a different story. I'd put it in a safety deposit box with some instructions. All right, Big Noah, I'll check that out. Tell you what, though, I love giving my boy the same feeling. Hell yeah. All right. Thank you, Big Scott. I can't believe you caught on because I was thinking about that today, too, when I was walking. I was like, I need to talk to Scott. Yep, Danny, that would be a good fucking idea. Retail sucks. Yes, we won't forget you either, man. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, getting paid to watch. I love it. How much capital? I'd say zero was borrowed. I borrowed $0, 0 cents. Didn't have much. You go back and look at those pictures, man. I look at those pictures now, and I'm like, damn, man, no wonder everybody thought I was a fucking clown, would never make it. When I say everybody, not everybody. I had people who believed in me. My brother believed in me. My Diana believed in me. My father, my mother. And they weren't just saying it. Robbie. Those 5. They weren't just saying it because they were family. They did. So that's all you need, man. That's all you need is a couple. Me personally, like people act like when you have a chip on your shoulder, you're like, it's insecurity. It's like, good. I'm glad I was insecure then because here we are because I was. You got to be who you are, man. Use that fucking shit as fire. Maybe you have all this self-confidence and you a fucking nut dragger to begin with. Good for you. But you got to, it doesn't matter. You could start with $20. It might just be a longer process. You go to the show and you buy something for $20 and sell it for $30 on eBay, and then you repeat the process over and over and over again. You could start a card shop with $1 million and be dead broke in a year or two. So what you need to do is gain knowledge and build. And as you're building, you'll get the knowledge that you need. I mean, there's some of these card shop guys that have been in business 30 years, man. It's unbelievable. Hell yeah, Wilson's eyeing my beer. All right. What makes your brand so great? I appreciate it. I like reading nice shit, man. Y'all awesome. It is on every day. Golden State is up. Holy shit. Nate, Big Daddy versus Castaway. Which wins? Fucking Castaway. Castaway. Not even close. I like Big Daddy. It's cool. It's entertaining, but Castaway has so many to me life lessons in it that I go with Castaway all day. If a poodle shows up at the shop with a Pat Tillman flawless, then I passed away. All right. Don't go dying. Golden State, I cannot believe that. Hell yeah. Well, then jump through one if that's what you need to do. I appreciate it. 112. I got to go watch this game. All right, we caught up. Hey, man, everybody who watched, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the kind words, man. Fucking keep your head on a swivel. Drop them motherfucking bottom 10%ers. Find out what you want to do with your life and go do it, man. I don't give a fuck if you want to damn bake cookies. I don't care if you want to paint. I don't care, man. You can do with the internet and social media. You can essentially do anything. Straight up. Don't even sweat it. If you got any issues, man, give us a call, man. We got y'all, man. Don't give up. Don't give in. Deuces. Let's go.